You would have had to have been dead over the last few months not to have heard of the new subcompact car from General Motors, the Chevrolet Sonic. They're promoting this car heavily. It's not a bad looking car either. I like the front, the 4-round headlights. Reminds me of a car I used to own in the early 90s, the Volkswagen Golf GTI. The retro lights look cool, and I'm glad that they didn't hide them behind clear plastic. The rest of the car, this car is going to be competing for young people as a first-time vehicle or as a second car, maybe a single person's car or runabout for the city, and also families. One problem for families is they place the door handle up high here on the door. Not a problem if you're a grown-up, or for a little kid trying to get in and out of the back, it might be hard to reach. Around the back, it's got a big pop-up hatch, and actually the floor of this new Sonic can be lifted out and even removed to get an even deeper cargo space. Now the inside of this Sonic is a pleasant looking dash. It's not covered with the soft touch materials you get, say, in the Ford Fiesta, which is probably one of the main competitors for this car, or the Korean cars like the Accent or the Rio. Now this particular model I'm setting in costs over $20,000. It's got some extras like the sunroof, it's got some fancy electronics in here, but it doesn't have heated seats. The reason I bring that up, the Rio from Kia comes standard with heated seats, where this vehicle doesn't. It does come with tilt and telescopic steering, which is excellent, and a very pleasant looking dash that reminds me a lot of the Chevy Cruze dash. The center cluster behind the steering wheel is almost an industrial looking readout, which is kind of cool, and the screen is about the same size as a smartphone screen. It's very roomy, lots of headroom, lots of legroom, and the seats are very comfortable. You get the armrest on this higher end model. It really is quite comfortable. So if you're looking for space in the subcompact class, this Sonic has it. Okay, powering the Sonic are two engine options. You get the 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine with 138 horsepower, the same horsepower that Hyundai and Kia have in the Rio and the Accent, but they do it with direct injection. This is just regular port injection. It's not direct injection. And if you get the turbocharged 1.6 liter engine, the same engine that's found in the Chevy Cruze, that engine gets the exact same horsepower, but it delivers more torque. And that engine's only available in the LTZ top trim level in Sonic. Either way you cut it, it's a responsive car. 138 horsepower in a small car like this makes it a lot of fun. Also have to applaud General Motors because the electric power steering is fabulous. It doesn't have that numb feel. You put the car where you point it and it does it in a very progressive manner. So the way this car handles is very good. It's also a very dampened and smooth ride. Same kind of effects you get with the Chevy Cruze. There is a little bit of tire noise and engine noise when the engine is cold, but that's about it. So on the driving front, I would say this car is really only second to the Fiesta in terms of dynamics. Outward visibility is excellent. You get these big windows. The seats have height adjustments, so if you're tall or short, you can see out easily. It's a very comfortable, relaxed ride. The same way I described the Chevy Cruze, if you're somebody that's going to be stuck in city traffic day after day, this would be a fabulous commuter car. Now the price of the Sonic is very competitive, starts at just under $15,000. The Kia Rio that we reviewed here just a little while ago, around the same price. The fact is that the Rio has the heated seats as standard equipment. Another thing to think about with this car is you have two engine choices. You get the 1.8 or you get the 1.6 with the turbo, which is a lot of fun. It's the same engine found in the Cruze. I like this vehicle a lot. It's got great handling and good dynamics, slightly better than the Korean manufacturers, but the Korean manufacturers are able to get the same horsepower from a smaller engine. Really comes down to your style and taste, but the good news is there's a lot of activity and great products in the subcompact class.